My name is Donna Feazell, and I'm your host of Donna's Edge television, radio, and podcast talk show. Thank you so much for being with us every day, Monday through Friday, beginning 2 p.m. on the Eastern Time Zone as we get to ride home with you in the afternoon. It's always such a pleasure. Again, you can find us syndicated on Abundance Television, found on Roku, Apple TV, and Amazon Fire. And don't forget the podcast on thenewscasters.com. Don't forget the radio station. You know, WZLA carries us. They're the biggest country station in South Carolina, and we are so proud to be part of Benji and Lacey's team.
Yep.
Yeah, they do a morning show, you know.
They do. Every Friday, isn't it?
And Monday through Friday.
They have a special Friday show.
Yeah, they have a special Fridays where they give away a bunch of stuff like we do.
Can we qualify, you think?
No, we can't qualify because we're with the station. But again, thank you guys so much for letting us being part of your world. Another way you can find us is syndicated on television, and this is North Alabama, Channel 182 Charter Communications. And they are an awesome station, too. They're part of the Charter Communications. And so, again, we appreciate you guys letting us be with us. Continue sending email. We love it. Donna at donnasedge.com. Donna at donnasedge.com. I got my partner in crime with me right now. Phillip Feazell is his name. It's my husband. And, boy, do we love a lot of gardening.
We do. Quite a bit.
But it's fun. We absolutely love to garden. And you guys have had a lot of questions about, you know, it seems to cost a lot to go do gardening. No, it doesn't. We found, you know, Phil and me, we're going to find a low-cost way to do everything. But one low-cost way is the garden beds. I know a lot of you said, Donna, price those are around $200 a piece. If you'll click that QR code that you see right up there, you click that, you're going to be able to get those beds, the big ones. What size are they?
They're 8 feet long, 4 feet wide, 2 feet deep.
Mm-hmm. You'll be able to get the exact same thing we've got. And you'll even save $20 off of what we paid. The regular price on those are around $160. We got them when they were $89. You can get them when they're $69, but you got to hurry. It's probably short supply. Doesn't matter where you live. Click that code right there and have it sent right to you. You'll be really super glad you did.
That is the Q code to Donna's affiliate website for Amazon.
Mm-hmm. And so you'll find all the gardening stuff that we do that goes through Amazon. You'll be able to find it there. I also want to thank Lowe's. Because of Lowe's, we got super good. I mean, we've got the Lowe's Pro credit card. The Lowe's Pro credit card is going to get you insight to all kinds of great prices. So go to your local Lowe's. It doesn't matter where they are, all over the world, and you'll be able to get some good deals like we did. But we love working with Greenwood, South Carolina Lowe's. Those guys there have been a huge, huge help to us throughout this whole venture of having a garden here since we moved back. But let's go ahead and show a video. We are out in the garden. In this video, you'll be able to see a little bit more than what you see behind us right now. So, Phil, you're leading the way. Here we go. Hey guys, so we are fresh out in the garden, and Phil is out here with me right now. We have put a lot of work into this garden, haven't we, Phil?
We put a few hours in, yeah.
Yeah, and it's been a real fun journey, and I'm just going to tell you, it turned out better than I thought it was going to turn out. And I think it's probably all because of these beds here that we bought. And what I want you to do, I'm going to kind of let everybody look around just for a minute. But there are 3 of these that have been put together. So you can see the spaghetti squash. We've got a bunch of beans. They're all over the place. I like to plant marigolds. There's something about the marigolds and the bugs that, you know, the disaster bugs do not like the smell of marigolds. And it kind of keeps them away from all of your plants and everything. But let's talk about putting the beds together and how we got started and how many beds we have out here now.
We got 15 of these beds like this. The 15 they're 8 feet long, 4 feet wide, and 2 feet deep. So the reason for that, we want to get any of the stuff that needs to have a lot of big fat roots going down, then they go in these right here. And if it's something, and you'll see that and just shortly, you'll be able to see the shorter ones. That's for the stuff that don't have to go as deep. Now what we've got in these beds here, the root is to go down pretty deep. We got peanuts, so that keeps in the potatoes and stuff like that. They have to have it. Now some of these here behind us don't have to, but we had a different reason. We put them over here to compensate. But that's the reason. If you have a garden in the ground, you have to go out with a hoe and dig up
every day for hours.
So the extent of hours is to walk over here and grab a piece of grass that's done, and that's our hoeing. So that makes it a lot more convenient, a lot easier to do than having to go around the world to get it done.
Well, let's talk about how you put these together, because I came out, had been recording for a couple of days, and I came back out to the garden early spring, and you already had a bunch of these things put together. Was the construction hard?
It wasn't hard. Now this, you can look right here, and this is the kind we've got. Basically you have screws, holes the corners on. You've got that on each end, and then from here we put the panels on, and then in the center we have a bracket going all the way across, and that pulls the things together. The first one I had, I didn't do it quite right before I didn't get too far in it. I said, this is not going to work. So just by picking up the instruction book and told me how to do it, and it was just a matter of turning this thing right here the right way.
Right.
And that made it a lot better, and they wasn't hard. It's just a lot of stupid and bending for us old folks, you know. We have to take it easy.
Well, and let me ask you this, because it's really important what you put in the bed. Now, of course, you're looking down here and you see the fabric cloth, and you know
that was step one.
It's not 100% foolproof. The roots are going to find a way, or weeds are going to find a way to come up. But I'm just telling you, this whole process has been absolutely amazing, where you have no weeds to pull up, you know, because of the fabric cloth. So that was number one. But now, do you have the fabric cloth under all of the raised beds?
Yes. Our first step is to put the cloth down. And then after that, we put the bed down that's put together. Now, I went ahead and I think I put them all together before I started filling them up with everything.
Yeah, I think because I kept changing my mind on how the layout was supposed to be.
That's true. But anyway, once we got this down, now the cloth that we got was 6 feet wide, and it was in a big roll.
Right.
So we'd roll one down, then I'd put it up. Now what we did here, in between here, we left enough room to get a wheelbarrow if we started working on something, had to do needed to. So we did that on every single one. We have an aisle we can get down, because we ran into that last year. We didn't have everything like we wanted it, but this way we can go right this way, and down the ones each aisle if we needed to, and we did need to when we were starting to fill them up.
Well, I'm just going to tell you, I'm really glad wheelbarrows were
they have come
invented.
in handy.
Yeah, the wheels are just absolutely awesome. Now, we've already been harvesting a lot of stuff. We've harvested a lot of onions out of this one. I'm going to go ahead and get those done. But now, these are not ready to harvest. And so tell everybody why this set of onions are not ready to harvest yet.
Well, it's what we've got that has been done and you've harvested. It's just a different type of onion. Some of them will harvest or mature, germinate, and mature better or quicker than others, and that's the I guess the goodness of having a raised bed and being able to go different seasons. Okay, this in the season's about half. You got a few in here that you could get them out, then you could use that for something else that will come up a little later.
Well, the neat thing, too, about going by God's gardening is that we knew these were ready to harvest because, you know, they looked a lot like these with all of the green on there.
Right.
And so when it starts dying down, you know it's ready to harvest. And these are getting that way. It's probably going to be, what, about another week or so?
Something like that, I think.
Before these are going to be ready. And I can't wait to get these because these are the really nice red onions. and they have almost a sweet-like taste to them. So we've been gathering a lot of tomatoes, and we've just about gathered everything, but I see some buds coming on those. I like to keep the basil in the garden as well. But let's go to this one right here, and let's talk about the outcome of this garden and why we did what we did, because you can see the cattle panels, and you can see now, you know, in the previous video, we had the panels up, but nobody could really figure out why we did it. But take a look at all the vines, all the cucumbers that are on there, and how they're able to rise up and get air.
What we did over here, we knew we had some that was going to be climbers. They want to get up and go up a wall or whatever. Cucumbers is one of them. So we did this and attached it to the you can see, look on, right next to it is melons. And you can see the melons coming way up here on top. Now, we'll go a little bit further down. But anyway, that's what we've got started. Well, that's what we started here. The melons are coming up. They like to grow up the fence, walls, or whatever. Or if they're on the ground, they go out this way and they'll take over just about everything.
Well, let me mention one other thing too, because, you know, women don't wear pantyhose anymore, but we found use for them. So let's talk about that.
We did see that. We have this. This is a melon right here.
That's a big girl
it's,
too.
The only thing holding it really is this over
That
here.
one vine.
One vine coming down. So we found online a lady that was doing this type of stuff, and she took pantyhose, clean pantyhose, and stuck the melon down in there and supported it. So if this gets to the point where this gives up, then you've got to hear it. It busted all to pieces.
Right. That's what I was afraid of,
Right.
and that's why you started doing research on that. I said, well, that's all fine and dandy, but when that thing starts getting big,
Right, and it has.
it's huge. I mean, and it's supposed to be a small.
It started out something like this.
Yeah, like that, and that thing just kind of like
Actually starts
crazy
like this.
Yeah.
That's the way it starts, but then they grow, and then this one showed out, and just looked like he's. And we wait till where it comes down here on the vine, and that will deteriorate or turn brown, and that lets us know it's time.
Yeah, that stem is going to be a dark color.
Yes,
you,
it is.
You can't hardly tell it, but right now, like, well, you can tell from this one right here, and the color of the stem. See, that is as green as it can be. So when it's ready to pick, that thing is going to be dark brown.
It's going to be looking like something like that.
Yeah, it looks something like that. But another thing that you and I have done is companion planting, and that's where you plant, say, like your lettuces, because lettuce is kind of impossible for a lettuce to grow. No, that's part of the vines of those.
Yeah, we got,
Well, right
we
here
got
you can
something
kind of
here.
tell. See, the lettuce is right here.
lettuce here.
And so what I've been told by a lot of my friends, are saying, you mean you're eating salads? You go in the grocery store when you could be, and I am growing it. And so what happens is all these trellises make a really nice shade. And so even the hottest of summertime, they're getting a shade, so you're going to have lettuce.
Well, that was done by purpose. Here and the tomatoes, they don't like this. This is okay with the heat, pretty much, but the tomatoes don't like it all burning on top of them. So we will have, and we have had until yesterday, we have shade cloth that goes on. I think we got a 60 degree or something like that. So we don't want all the sun to go away. Just you don't want it all on here. This right here, the sun was okay, but where we've got it, the trees over here, this time of day, it starts shading. So
And
they're
that's
not
nice.
full sun all the time.
And then we've got some help from the from
we've
the
got the
honeybees. We've got honeybees. We've got 4 of those boxes. Actually, a little bit more than that. So we've got 1 stacked. And so they love coming over here. And this attracts all other pollinators too. We get butterflies, and we get a lot of bumblebees out here as well. But I just wanted to show you how I'm telling you, the beans have been showing out. And we're still getting those. Yeah, this is going to be what, the 3rd time we've been out here to get these.
There's still some over here just turning.
We've got some of
We've got
those.
some, it's all just about ready to pull. them's gonna be seed right there already.
Yeah. So, and then another thing is we've got flowers growing. There's a hibiscus. Hibiscus is not only good for getting pollinators and things in. Hibiscus is also great. The flowers, you know, it's medicinal. You can actually use the flowers are kind of, they have this kind of a mullage kind of a thing that comes out of them. It's almost like a milk. If you tear open the leaf, there's a little milk that comes out of that. But anyway, these are medicinal. Those were used a long time ago, and we're getting another crop of green beans. I'm so excited.
And that makes them like the third or fourth round on that, doesn't it?
Gosh, yes. You can't have enough green beans.
And we're still getting some over right where I stopped overhead. There's green beans coming on the trellis.
Yeah, they're hanging down, and I really love that look. Absolutely.
Now what we're going to do, we have looked and planned for next year. We're going to incorporate the cattle panels over to my right. We're going to come back this way and have some down here because tomatoes love to grow up.
Yeah,
we're going to have them something they can, and we're going to have a better way to do the cloth, the shade cloth on that than we have on these things, because these they did the job, but it's hard to keep them in place.
Well, early season they're just the right thing because
we start
but it's
off
just
about
that
down here, then we've had to come up because them things keep getting higher
and
and
have
higher.
to keep building up.
But on the panel, we can have them up about like this, and that'll help.
And it's not
help
going to
them
matter.
to not grow out of the cloth.
Okay, we're going to have to go into a commercial break, and we'll be right back shortly.
Twin City Used Car Sales has been serving drivers in the Northeast Alabama area for years with a quality selection of late model used cars, SUVs, and pickup trucks. On top of our extensive selection and competitive prices, we offer professional auto financing services for used car buyers of all credit levels. Whether you've just begun your search or you're ready to secure your next vehicle, at Twin City Used Car Sales, you will drive away with the vehicle of your dreams. The sales and finance staff at Twin City Used Car Sales looks forward to serving you, and you can apply for financing online before your visit to our used dealership in Gadsden, Alabama. Check us out on the web at twincityusedcars.com or go by our location at 901 First Avenue, Gadsden, Alabama. We sincerely look forward to serving you.
You know, finding the right home isn't just about bedrooms and square footage. It's about comfort, security, and the feeling you get the moment you walk through the door. That's why so many families across Greenwood and the Lakelands area trust Jenny Ferguson with Keller Williams. And I'll tell you from personal experience, Jenny was my realtor, and she truly cares about her clients. Jenny takes the time to listen, to understand what matters most, and to guide you every step of the way, whether you're buying your first home, upgrading, or ready to sell. Because this isn't just a transaction, it's your life. With local knowledge, personal care, and a commitment to getting it right, Jenny Ferguson makes the process simple and even enjoyable. So if you're thinking about buying or selling, now's the time to make your move. Call Jenny Ferguson with Keller Williams in Greenwood today and take the next step toward a place you'll truly love coming home to. Good afternoon, Sunshine. Medical Minute brought to you by Dr. Chuck with Lakelands Chiropractic, where an ounce of prevention is worth what? A pound of cure. So what is the Beamer? Okay, now the Beamer uses very gentle pulse to electromagnetic signals. This will stimulate healthy muscles and it supports the temporary blood flow. Now let's talk Beamer and circulation support. Now the Beamer gently supports natural circulation in healthy muscles. Now that's what I call natural health. Thank you so much for watching your Medical Minute, brought to you by Dr. Chuck. You know who he's with. He's with Lakelands Chiropractic, where an ounce of prevention is worth what? A pound of cure. I hope you have a super duper awesome rest of the afternoon. You take care. Shine your style at Kiss My Glass right here in the Anderson Mall. There's a place where style meets sparkle. At Kiss My Glass, every piece is handcrafted, custom designed, and made to shine just like you. Owner Beth Gibson brings creativity to life with stunning custom tumblers, gifts, and one-of-a-kind pieces you won't find anywhere else. Look for the perfect gift or something uniquely you
From bold and glamorous to simple and elegant, there's something for every style, so stop by, get inspired, and leave with something unforgettable. Kiss My Glass inside the Anderson Mall, Anderson, South Carolina, where your sparkle begins. Be sure to check out Kiss My Glass on Facebook for updates and specials and gift ideas.
Good afternoon. We're back. My name is Donna, and this is Phil, and we're with Donna's Edge Television, Radio, and Podcast Talk Show. Continue sending email, by the way. We love it. Donna@donnasedge.com. Donna@donnasedge.com. We keep that QR code up there because that's a good price on those huge beds. But one thing I wanted to talk to everybody about, everybody says, well, Donna, all this stuff costs a lot of money, but it doesn't. But I wanted to thank some of our sponsors. First of Amazon, and you're getting a great price when you click that QR code. You're going to save even more money than we did. Yes. Now, you're saving $20 a bed, more than we did. The regular price on those are around $170. And so we got ours when they were $89 a piece, and then you'll be able to get yours while they're $69. They're easy to store. It's amazing how they compact all of that in the packaging. We didn't have anything dented. Everything was just right. Well, maybe there was one piece that was dented just a little bit on the end, but it wasn't anything horrible. And because I'm going to dent them up anyway, just bumping stuff into them.
But and if you're going to the raised beds, the expense will be up front when you set them up. Then the next year, basically you're just kind of tilling the dirt a little bit with your fork or whatever and plant what you're going to. And that Q code is to set up for Donna's affiliate page with Amazon. So you can purchase what we purchase. You go to the Amazon store and it will get you in there, and we're continuously putting things in. What we purchase goes in there, and then we're thinking about working on next plans, but you should find it in there if we use it. And some stuff we haven't used, but it's still something that you can use in your...
And I'll recommend it because I have friends who've tried these products and they know that they work. So that's extremely important. Let's talk about the beds themselves. We've got about 6 minutes left in this segment. And to get started, you already mentioned the cloth, putting that down. That's step one. But another thing is free. It's called pine cones. Everybody has pine cones. And if you don't, you've got a neighbor that does. And let me tell you something a neighbor will say yes to. Okay, so let's say they've got a pretty big yard and there are pine cones all over. If you will just say, I will rake the yard if you'll let me have the pine cones, they'll probably say yes.
Well, if they're like we are, for me to cut grass, I just about have to rake the yard, or it eventually will mess the blade up because they're hard. So,
but that's point one. You're helping the neighbor and you're helping yourself as well. So what you'll do, the pine cones serve as a sponge. So what they're going to do is hold that moisture. When it rains, that moisture starts. You get a heavy rain, I'm going to tell you what, the pine cones are going to love it. And what will happen is you'll reduce flooding, and they're going to soak that in. They're going to keep that moisture as it rises. The next thing we do, and I like to do about a foot or maybe half a foot, of pine cones, because as the garden matures, they're going to downgrade. They're going to turn into mulch, and it's going to be the best mulch ever. So you'll do that. You'll put some pine needles on top of it. Continue putting cardboard down, but now if you're going to put cardboard, again, we're talking about cardboard. The cardboard needs to be the kind that doesn't have that waxy feel to it. It will never mature. It just won't. So make sure you have, like you said before, have all the tape and everything off of it, but cut it up in pieces, okay? Because you've already put one layer of cardboard down on the bottom, and that's wonderful. Then you got your pine cones, pine needles, cardboard again. If you're cutting the grass, put the green, because with lasagna planting, composting, what you're doing is you're adding layers of brown, green, brown, green, brown, green. And it's already going to be a good garden the first year. But I'm just telling you, I can't wait for the next garden of next year.
Well, we ran into that because we had a compost pile, and do now as well, when we were in Alabama for the first time. And
turning that just a little bit with your fork and putting it on your garden, and it's better than Miracle-Gro.
It's good stuff. Now, I want to say a couple more sponsors, okay? So we've talked about Amazon. Lowe's has been huge. I'm just telling you, there's a Lowe's in your neighborhood. And also, if you are a business, you don't have to be a contractor, okay? As long as you are a business, you can get the business credit card. It's called Lowe's Pro. And you get a lot of points off of it. I actually have got free things, got a free ceiling fan based on the things that we've put money into. And so we've had, I mean, you can spend it on other things. You can do gift cards, but actually the points do better if you'll just apply those points to whatever you're buying from Lowe's. The guy that helps us out at Lowe's he's awesome. And so all we have to do is pick up the phone and call him and see if we can get better pricing. Sometimes he gets us like almost nothing on delivery charges. You know, he's got to charge something, but it's almost zero. They come out, they deliver it for us. So if you're going to get soil to go in your bed for the first year, especially, I encourage you to do that because you're going to get the best soil. They'll go ahead and get, there's Lowe's. The advertising came up there, but Lowe's. And then I want to talk about Ziggy's. Ziggy's is a coffee shop located right here in Abbeville, South Carolina. And so they have various locations all over the country. But find a coffee shop, because I'm just going to tell you, they, especially a successful one, Ziggy's has a lot of customers, you know, they get that coffee every morning. And so we get the coffee grounds from them. Always be on time. If they tell you to come and pick up the coffee grounds at a particular time, do it, okay? Because you're going to be, they're going to treat you like you are a king or a queen because you're taking a lot of waste away from them. If somebody else is already doing it, don't step on somebody else's toes. There are plenty of coffee shops around, okay? But Ziggy's has been really, really good to us as well. And so what we do with the coffee grounds, we put it inside the beds, and we also put it on the other compost pile. And so I'm trying something new, and this is some rogue tomato plants have just been coming. Some came up in the blackberries, right? So I'm trying something new. I actually planted 4 or 5 tomato plants in the compost pile. Let's see what happens.
I watered it yesterday.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you never know what's going to happen. And gardening is all about trying new things. And if it feels good, do it, because that's what we do.
Right.
And, you know, find a prepper that you admire. And I've got several. I love my prepper friends. And so all I got to do is give them a call or send them a text or an email or whatever. And I'll say, Ron Foster is my buddy. You know, he lives in Lower Alabama, L.A., and Ron is awesome. So I love having him on the show. And so it's hard for him to be on the show, though, because he doesn't have good internet.
Right.
And so, but anyway, we take advice from Ron. You can also find his books up on that link up there. Ron Foster, make sure you check out his books. It's all about prepping and being a prepper. 30 seconds left in this segment. Anything you want to say real quick?
Well, there's a lot that we do, maybe that nobody ever sees, that helps us, but we don't mind trying to get it out to the people that's interested. But contact us, Donna at donnazedge.com, and ask her a question. Check our websites out, I mean our social media, and that'll get you more information as well.
Absolutely. Thank you so much for watching. Again, continue sending email. We love it. Donna at donnazedge.com. Donna at donnazedge.com. Happy gardening. See you next time.
Because of your overwhelming support, our 1488 MyPillow has been one of the biggest sales in MyPillow history. I couldn't think of a better way to say thank you than to extend our wholesale pricing through Christmas. Get a classic standard MyPillow for only $14.88. Upgrade to a queen size, just $18.88. King size, only $1 more. Get my body pillows for only $29.88. And ready? Multi-use MyPillows, only $9.88. It's perfect time to stock up for Christmas gifts for everyone on your list. Go to MyPillow.com or call the number on your screen. Use your promo code to take advantage of our wholesale pricing. Including my classic standard MyPillow is only $14.88. But that's not all. I'm so confident you're going to love our classic MyPillows that I'm going to extend my 60-day money-back guarantee until March 1st, 2025. Plus, orders over $75 ship absolutely free.